What's good? Welcome back to Divinity Gems. This is a big week, y'all, so I wanted to get your readings out because we have a new moon coming in Cancer on the 12th, July 12th, which is Thursday. So this is going to bring about some energy. It's going to be an interesting week of feelings and emotions, so I thought I'd start with my Cancers. Let's get into it. I did some pre-shuffling. I'm going to do some shuffling right now because you guys are kicking off there. I'll pull a 9-card spread. Let's do a couple final shuffles. On my camera. You guys had a good week. Let's do one final shuffle. I'll be ready for you. Okay, Cancers. Bottom of the deck is breakthrough. Okay, let's see what's going on for this new moon in Cancer. This is a new moon solar eclipse, you guys. It's like new moon energy intensified. You know it's already intense sometimes. It's emotional. And it makes us have realizations about ourselves in order to grow and get better as people. So let's see what area of your chart this is going in. First card out, 8 of Fire. Insight. So we already had a breakthrough at the bottom of the deck. There's some clarity coming to you. As I say that, the clarity card is out in your spread as well. So I'm just going to pull that up right here. Insight and clarity. So whatever you are unsure and that has been on your mind that you felt like you did not have an answer to is going to come to you. The breakthrough in that area, upside down, the breakthrough in that area and the clarity and insight that you need in order to understand which way to proceed. So let's see what area that is. What's that going on, Cancer? Growth is out. So it's something that you were trying to move forward in a certain way. You were looking for growth in a certain area of your life that you were wanting to know why it's not moving. Why is this not moving? When is it going to move? And why does it seem to be just not coming out the way I wanted it to? Hermit card was out next. So this is probably what you've been doing, just off to yourself, just a little bit. Just focusing on what your next move is going to be. That's why I feel the Hermit card is out. You're ready to take action because the Father of Fire is out as well. So you're ready to take action in my eyes, but something has not been clear to you, so it's been keeping you from being able to take this action, which is most likely why you were in hermit mode, which is kind of just like a state of isolation until we figure it all out. We just don't need a whole lot of extra thoughts in our head and people giving us a bunch of different opinions. Sometimes we just want to receive that clarity. Let me sit down, let me think about it for a second. You don't have to be isolated, just away from yourself, away from everybody, but just kind of in your own thoughts, in your own head. And that's why the action may be coming behind this this new moon eclipse, quite possibly in that area to change that, whatever you were trying to change, whatever you were trying to grow, it's coming because Father of Earth is out as well. So this is like the king of growth. This is like the Father of Earth is the one that plants. This is why he holds the big bowls of seeds. He plants the seeds. He gets things started. He puts it in motion because you can depend on him to get the job done, to put it in motion, where the Father of Fire takes action. He takes the action behind these seeds that are planted. He sits, but he takes action. So maybe that's why you're sitting. This is a sitting kind of energy here, just sitting, waiting, because you weren't sure. You weren't sure yet. And you needed a whole lot of clarity and insight on the matter so that you can see, where's the growth at. The Balance card is out. So that is the reason, to me, the same reason why you go into the hermit stage, because you are trying to find a balance. When you're unsure, you are unbalanced. So this is very fitting that this comes out, and then change is coming to that area as well. Like the Temperance card, this is where change comes in and balances the situation back out where it felt uneasy, because it did feel uneasy. You're feeling held back with the 7 of air. You're feeling held back in some kind of way. Something you want to get done, something you want to do, is you feel like it's not, you can't fly freely this way. It's being held back, and you not maybe because there's a wall there that you have mentally created, not necessarily because it's something impossible, but just in your mind, it doesn't seem like you can get it done. When I see this out in your mind, because you haven't seen the growth, you just stay in your head about, well, maybe it's not going to. This is that feeling. And I don't think I'm going to be able to accomplish it, able to pull it off, feeling like you want to, but because you want to, but you're feeling held back because various things, maybe not just seeing the whole picture clearly. And then last card out in the 9-card spread was the Son of Earth. And so where the Father goes ahead and plants those seeds, the Son is the one who's reaping in the harvest. He's bringing it in, he's gathering it, and he can't wait to share it with the rest of the village. So let's see what that's about. Quite possibly somebody's bringing a gift to you. Let's see how this is playing out with some clarifiers for you, Cancer. This eclipse is going to change whatever that area is. This is what happens with new moon eclipses. And this is a new moon solar eclipse in your sign. Cancers are all about the nurturing and the taking care of those they love. And it just looks like you want to do something. Negative thinking is out. And you've just been feeling like you can't accomplish it. All right, now, let's get some confidence in ourselves. You can do this, Cancer, whatever this is. If it's something positive, it's on the way for you, but action may be needed in order to get it. And maybe that's what it is. You're standing still, just waiting for the sureness of it, when there is no need to stand still. It's telling me here the only thing that's blocking you is your thinking on the matter. That's why it wants to give you clarity and insight. 3 of Fire is out. So quite possibly some situation that you were trying to take care of, more than one person in. You were trying to hold it down for a group, I feel like. Maybe not a group, but more than one individual. Definitely at least pulled in between 2 people. That card comes out loud, just out of people who, in the goodness of their heart, as an empath that we are sometimes. We just have a love for people and a weakness for people in need. So we just feel like we can't leave them hanging. We have to take care of them. We have to help them, or we will feel so bad. So bad. But you understand, if the situation is causing you to feel bad, how are you going to be of help to a situation where it's depleting your own energy, where it's causing you conflict? So you have to do what's in your own best interest sometimes. And yes, sometimes that is saying, hey, I don't have the ability to keep helping like this because it's causing me not to grow in certain areas, and it's making me feel held back. If it's making you feel held back, Cancer, that's how you decide when it's time to walk away, or whether it's wise enough for you to keep going. And maybe that's the insight you were waiting on, quite possibly relationship-wise. So this is about a lover. Next comes out the Ace of Fire. So it's telling you, my Cancer, go ahead and make that move. Whatever you were waiting on, whatever you were contemplating, thinking negatively, thinking you couldn't do it, feeling held back about, feeling like you were just trying to hold on and keep it together. Quite possibly this relationship here that you were putting your all into, and you weren't seeing the growth that you wanted, feeling like you were kind of held back in a certain type of way from it. It's telling you, go, make that move, take that action that you were wondering if you should or you shouldn't. And that's what I'm seeing. You were deeply contemplating about whether you should or you shouldn't in this situation. And from what I'm seeing, you should. It's telling you make moves. It's telling you go. Because what's holding you back is that you haven't taken the action because you've been thinking about it and worrying about it and trying not to hurt anybody in the situation. You were worried about others' feelings when I see that 3 of Fire come out. You were worried about others and how they would feel about it if you made this move. And this very much to me seeming love related about this relationship. You're wondering, if you make this move, how's it going to play out? Who's it going to hurt? If everybody's going to be mad at you, Mother of water is out. This is healing. This is nurturing. I know you are a nurturer, Cancer. I know you heal. I know you take care of those you love. But you want this love relationship. Obviously, go towards it. Go towards it. Because you've been thinking negatively about it, but it's obviously something you want. But there's negative thinking involved, which means it's all in your head. It's just all in your head. What you're feeling held back about is all in your head. You have the ability to nurture and heal yourself. You're a very emotional person. You are in tune normally with your emotions as a Cancer, but you like to feel sure, you like to feel sure, and you're careful with others' emotions as well. So I see why you are being cautious. I understand. And that's why the Three of Fire is the integrity card. It's not that you are holding it down just for no reason. You're holding it down because you're a good person. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. Understandably, emotions have to be healed. Yours as well as those other people who you feel like you're going to hurt. So as long as we're proceeding with truth, the Shaman card was behind that one as it fell out. It's that crossroads between, doing what you know is right for yourself intuitively and just following along with the flow because you don't want to rock the boat for other people. And that's just, it's not going to get you what you desire. If what you desire, it's hurt. This is beating yourself up over it. Look, make this decision that's in your own best interest. Make yourself happy. You cannot make yourself happy trying to nurture and heal others and worry about others' feelings. Okay, well, if I make this move, it's going to make me happy, but my mother might not like it or my girlfriend might be hurt by it, but this is, what I feel like I have to do. Yeah, those choices have to be made, head over heart. Just, you're not intentionally hurting anybody, then you can't keep that guilt on you and allow it to hold you back from living your life and following and pursuing dreams and goals that are dear to you. That's how I see this playing out, Cancer. The Moon card is out. This is about following your own intuition, listening to it. This is the subconscious. This is what your heart of hearts telling you that you want, that you desire, and that this is good for you and this is what we want to do. This is the way we want to go. Your own intuition knows how it feels, but you have to listen to it. But most of the time we ignore it. Well, I know this is what I want, but I'm okay with holding off on what I want as long as so-and-so is okay, as long as everybody else is taken care of. You got to take care of you, Cancer. The new moon eclipse in Cancer is going to make changes to your emotions. And it's going to bring about the change that is needed to bring you balance into your life, into your circle. And so whether it's love related, work related, home and family related, our relationships are affected by this type of energy. And how you deal with people is directly going to be affected. And you as a Cancer, and this being in your sign, are going to feel this pretty powerfully. That's why that moon card is out to me. You're going to feel this energy Thursday, the 12th. So you'll feel it the surrounding days, quite possibly around it. I don't know what to expect for you. You know what's going on in your life personally, but just expect that relationships and emotions that you may not have dealt with, that you were kind of sitting in contemplation over, trying to see how it was going to go, just wondering what was going to happen. Actions are going to be taken on those. Changes are going to come to those areas. And then when that action is given to you clearly, you have to go ahead and proceed. You have to go ahead and proceed. That's why this fire is out for you. You're all water. You're all about your emotions and your nurturing, which is wonderful. Sometimes you have to put some action behind how you feel. And that's what I'm feeling like this new moon is about to do for you. New moon solar eclipse in Cancer. Taking action on your emotions is what I'm seeing for you. The clarity is coming there. This is going to make you happier in your life. You've been contemplating and negatively thinking about it and feeling like this. Once the change comes and you go towards what it is you wanted all along, then your sunshine is out lastly. And I like that. I like that. Inner strength fell out amongst the sunshine card as well. That's all it took. That's all it takes is you having the inner strength to be okay with taking that action that you've been wanting to take action that you've been wanting to take, and the growth that you've been looking for. That's what's going to make you happy. That's what's going to make you happy. Like possibly in this love relationship. That's why that fell out as well. But it's going to take your own inner strength. Like I said, the negative thinking was the only block. Because you're an emotionally healed person already. You understand your feelings and emotions as the mother of water. That's your element. You understand yourself very well. You know how to deal with your own emotions. But when it comes to others, you have a weakness with making sure that they have what they need before you make a move, to make sure that you don't hurt anybody else before you make a move. It's telling you you need to go ahead and make moves with that fire to get your sunshine. Go ahead. It's okay, Cancer. And this eclipse is going to give you a little energy coming up in your air. It's in your sign. It's going to give you a lot of energy to go ahead and make that move forward. Give you some inner strength there. You know, and that's the 9 of fire. That 9 of fire is about bringing completion with your action to me. Action always with the fire. This is coming from your own inside. Like I said, this was you. This was your negative thinking card right here. It was all in your head about feeling like you shouldn't or you couldn't for whatever reason. You can and you will, Cancer. And it's going to be leading you to your happiness and your sunshine because you've taken that action. You can't be held back. You can't be trying to hold on to things because you have moves of your own to make. That's just the bottom line. You have moves of your own to make for your own happiness, and just use your own inner strength, Cancer, to make those moves. Find the strength within you because you need motivation. Understand, this should be your motivation. It's what makes you happy, and you know it's what makes you happy. So go ahead and follow your dreams and make yourself happy. Get the growth in the area you were looking for. And I think, we all have to go through and deal with emotions this week, but it is kicking off in your sign. So I want to start that off with you guys. And that was the Vision Quest Tarot deck that I used. I want to pull a clarifier from the Isis Oracle deck. This is Isis Oracle deck. A beautiful, beautiful loan out from one of my soul friends. Shout out, Cece. Appreciate you allowing me to use this beautiful deck because it is beautiful. And it has beautiful, positive oracle messages to me. So I'm going to shuffle these for my Cancer. Give you behind this new moon eclipse energy. Final oracle message. Give it one more shuffle. These are big cards. All right, this is for my Cancer. These have beautiful messages, and you have the dark mysteries. Into the chamber. I don't like the glare. Sorry, guys. Into the chamber. These are so shiny and glossy, so beautiful. Enter the chamber of the dark goddess is what that says. So let's see what that's about. Your message. The dark mysteries. Okay. All right, Cancer. Enter the chamber of the dark goddess. The dark goddess calls you to her inner chamber where she holds a test and a gift for you. The test is your willingness to meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept her call? Your time for deeper initiations are here. When the dark goddess calls you, it is a life-changing experience. It is not always easy, but the rewards for those brave enough to answer her call and enter her inner chamber are tremendous indeed. The rewards are a life lived more fearlessly, the gift of loving and being just who you are in truth, without having to impress or bow to another out of fear or rejection. It is a more open and expansive way to live, and it attracts the bounty of the Dark Mother, her gifts of love, opportunity, peace, and prosperity, well-being, and wisdom. It takes a strong soul to go through this test and into the liberation it delivers. But you are ready, dear initiate of light. The dark goddess calls you to initiation when you have been working on your own shadow, bringing your whole self to light. During such times, we often need help as shadow work can be uncomfortable, painful, or just quite difficult to undertake as we are working with unconscious material, trying to bring it into the light of our conscious awareness. Working with the shadow, the parts of us that we have deemed unlovable or the parts that seem too marvelous to actually be us requires courage. The dark goddess will call you when your own shadow needs healing and integration, when something within you is holding you back, when something within is holding you back, when instead, if acknowledged and brought into the light of awareness, it could actually help you move forward. Often the shadow element that needs integration when the dark goddess is present is power from some form or another. It may be personal power, spiritual power, or your relationship to power that needs to change for you to blossom and for life and its gifts to manifest more abundantly for you. Becoming more powerful doesn't necessarily mean gaining more force. More often for advanced souls, it actually means surrendering our own will into alignment with greater forces of divine will, allowing us to consciously participate in the flow of life, sensing the signs and nudges that leads us towards our greatest manifestation in this lifetime. Often when we are reclaiming our power and defining for ourselves what is to be powerful, we are confronted with fears of loss, failure, abandonment, and rejection. It can be painful at times, but accepting and releasing this pain brings such deep relief and happiness to the self. It is good to confront these fears with a loving and firm approach and be open to taking risks in growing anyway. This is what the Isis and the Dark Goddess teaches us, not to be afraid to go into the dark places and the difficult feelings within. Come on, Cancer. Woo-wee. I'm just blown away by the message and how it correlated with what's going on in your life right now, Cancer. It's giving it to you. It's saying, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. They may seem ugly at first, yet if we allow ourselves to go there with some conscious awareness in place, we can realize that these parts of us just need love and acceptance. And those parts that we once reviled often blossom and turn into our greatest assets and more conscious, helpful versions of themselves. We need radical trust to do this inner work and take her initiation. The Dark Goddess will support and nurture you through her tests as she guides you to receive the gifts of more of yourself. No longer shackled in fear and hidden away, but ready to be in the world with brightness and vigor. I love that message for you, Cancer. It is spot on, correlating to your reading about going after and having the inner strength to do what makes you happy and to accept that there may be some people that don't like it. Well, it's going to give you that inner strength. It's telling you that the time has come for you to gain that power of knowing it's okay for you to make moves that are in your own best interest without worrying about how others are going to feel emotionally about it. Hey, you cannot worry about that. You got a life to live and you got moves to make, and go ahead with that message, Cancer, because that was directly to me speaking to you regarding that situation that came out. Very well said in that book. Thank you for the Isis Oracle. That was a great message for Cancer. I hope that resonated for you. This is your weekly reading with me. I am Divinity Gems. If you're new to my channel, I hope you will subscribe and like and check out my webpage. I will leave all the info in the description box below. Y'all have a great week, and just be up for this moon because it's coming on Thursday. All right, y'all be ready. Embrace that energy and have your inner strength, Cancer. Keep it. All right, till next time.